Right now at 5, members of Congress discuss gun control following the mass shooting in Nashville.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. The shooting at a Nashville elementary school has shocked and horrified the nation. But even after the death of 3 young children, Congress shows little appetite for breaking the impasse over gun control. Nicole D'Antonio has the latest from Capitol Hill.
Outrage over the Nashville school shooting has reignited the debate over gun control, a pattern that repeats with each new atrocity.
How much blood must be spilt? How many children must be killed until we do the right thing?
But angry words have not led to action in Congress. Tennessee Republicans shifted the conversation away from guns altogether.
What this does is highlight some of the mental health issues, the mental health crisis we have in this country.
The tragedy that happened in my state was the result of a depraved person, somebody very, very sick.
In the face of Republican opposition to any measure restricting access to guns, House Democrats called for Congress to put people over politics.
There is no excuse to allow our streets to be flooded with weapons of war.
Democrats Ed Markey and Alyssa Slotkin introduced a bill to fund research into the causes of gun violence, alongside school shooting survivors who described their trauma.
My classmates and I frantically grabbed makeshift weapons, including scissors, tape dispensers, and a hockey stick, anything we could find at the moment.
Firearms have become the leading cause of death for children in the U.S., leading President Biden to renew pressure on Congress to ban assault weapons.
I'm going to keep calling it out, remind people that they're not acting.
Even before the tragedy in Nashville, polls showed most Americans are dissatisfied with the nation's gun laws as they watch more heartbroken parents bury their children. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The Nashville school shooting is the 13th so far this year alone. Well, the Nashville community will be honoring the victims of Monday's shooting at a vigil later this evening. People have added flowers and stuffed animals to a makeshift memorial outside the Covenant School since that tragedy on Monday. Friends of Catherine Coons, the head of the school, are remembering the educator as a hero.
She would 100% believe that defending those children and her other teachers would be the right thing to do, especially given her position as headmaster. She would sacrifice herself for others without a doubt.
Nashville police are being hailed for their quick response. 2 officers took down the shooter just 14 minutes after the first 911 call. Time to switch things up and talk some weather with our chief meteorologist, Bill Grahl.
Well, another one of those deceiving days. Lots of sunshine out there, but boy, it was cold for this time of year. 34 was the high in La Crosse, 39 in Boscobel, and look at to the north and west, highs only in the mid to upper 20s. Keep in mind, folks, our average high is 52 degrees, so we've got some work to do there. Lots of sunshine, though. It looked nice until you stepped outside. In fact, hard to find a cloud anywhere across the tri-state area. We're at 34 degrees right now in La Crosse, 26 in Eau Claire, 32 in Winona and Black River Falls, also freezing in Viroqua, 36 in Prairie du Chien. So clear to partly cloudy, unseasonably cold tonight. Winds will go light, though. I guess that's a little sliver of good news, but overnight lows around 19 degrees, well short of our average low of 31. I'm tracking some rain, some thunderstorms, some of which could be strong to severe, and some snow all through Saturday morning. I'll have the details coming up.
A little bit of everything, I guess. All right, Bill, thanks very much. Back on the news side of things this evening, it's being called a dire public need. The Food and Drug Administration has approved over-the-counter sales of the life-saving overdose treatment Narcan. Unintentional drug overdose is a leading cause of preventable death in the U.S., and as Michael George reports, advocates hope this increased access will save lives.
Pharmacy and grocery store shelves will soon stock the overdose treatment drug naloxone. The FDA approved over-the-counter sales under the brand name Narcan, a nasal spray in 4 milligram doses. Given in time, it blocks the brain from the effects of street drugs like heroin and fentanyl, and prescription opioids like oxycodone.
This is a good day for anyone in harm reduction or anyone who knows a person who uses drugs.
Nicole Sage, who's also in recovery, is the director of Prevention Point Philadelphia. She says this increased access removes one more barrier to saving lives.
If it's in the store, in the aisle, right next to ibuprofen, it really also helps to reduce stigma.
All 50 states have naloxone access laws, and most allow pharmacists to dispense to anyone who asks. But not all pharmacies carry it, and customers have to use an insurance copay or pay full retail price. The FDA is encouraging the manufacturer to make Narcan affordable as the country battles an overdose epidemic. CDC data reveals more than 100,000 reported fatal overdoses in the 12-month period ending in October, the majority involving opioids. Previous studies suggest bystanders who carried naloxone helped save lives. It's also fairly simple to administer.
Put the person on their back and you insert this top part into their nostril, and it's like a plunger. So you put your thumb on the red part and then you push in.
The manufacturer expects Narcan will be available over the counter by late summer. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Other naloxone brands and injectable forms will have to file applications with the FDA to make their products available over the counter. Well, tonight in Westby, a community awareness night focusing on the effects of fentanyl in the community. The Amara Rose Foundation, the Vernon County Sheriff's Office, and Westby Police will have information about opioids and how people can stay informed. Visitors will be able to ask authorities about what they can do to help, and representatives from the Amara Rose Foundation will speak about losing a loved one to an accidental overdose. Everything begins at 7 tonight in the Westby Performing Arts Center. On Wednesday, the Senate voted 66-30 to repeal the 1991 and 2002 authorizations for the use of military force in Iraq. The authorizations have been used beyond their original scopes by both former Presidents Barack Obama and Donald Trump to okay additional strikes. While its fate in the House is still uncertain, officials from both sides of the aisle have shown their support for it, including House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who said it would likely be brought to the floor. According to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, approving the bill could stop a future war.
Every year we keep these AUMFs on the books is another chance for a future administration to abuse them. War powers belong in the hands of Congress, and so we have an obligation to prevent future presidents from exploiting these AUMFs to bumble us into a new Middle East conflict.
Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin voted to repeal the authorizations. She said she is, quote, proud to stand with the vast majority of Americans who support ending this chapter of our nation's history. Baldwin and a bipartisan group of senators also support repealing the 2001 AUMF for the war on terror. The amendment did not pass in the Senate. As for repealing the 1991 and 2002 authorizations, the bill still needs to be approved by the House before it heads to President Biden's desk to be signed. Still to come on News 8 Now at 5, caregivers are getting hands-on at a new lab at Winona Health.
Started as just something to do, then became a hobby. Before long, it turned into something much more. Thursday on News 8 Now at 6, we'll introduce you to a Cooley Region man who was on the verge of turning this hobby into a shot at Olympic gold.
I'm going for Judge Janet
Protasewicz?
You don't need to know how to say Protasewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasewicz.
Begin planning your springtime project with Menards. Get a free estimate with our Design and Buy program. Use our interactive tools to create and modify detailed, personalized designs for your home. With Design and Buy, your options are limitless. Start planning your projects now using Design and Buy, in-store or online today. Crestone retaining wall blocks are one of many options to choose from and are only $125 each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Toma Health offers the latest surgical techniques for a wide range of procedures, including orthopedics, endoscopy, gynecology, and cataract surgery.
What we add to Toma Health is the fact that we offer personalized medicine and that we're with you along your journey through Toma Health from start to finish.
Toma Health has an excellent reputation, and we have access to the latest technologies, including computer-assisted total joint replacement.
Toma Health offers expert surgical care close to home.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
It's time for more fun moments at Finati's.
Okay, 2 Easter baskets, chocolate Easter bunnies, a dozen cream-filled eggs, jelly bellies, and gummy kebabs.
Excellent. It looks like you guys are in for a fun Easter.
Now I just have to make sure nobody sneaks any before we celebrate.
Too true. Hi, Adam.
Hi, Lori. I need to get a few things, but don't tell Amanda I was here.
You didn't.
No. I just need a few more things.
Brought to you locally by Fanati's Nut and Chocolate Shop in downtown La Crosse.
Extremist Dan Kelly wants abortion banned, even in cases of rape and the health of the mother. Kelly will uphold Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban that strips women of their freedom to make personal decisions on abortion.
When it comes to your health, every minute matters. And that's why one local hospital is making it easier for caregivers to manage those minutes. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us live in studio to explain how Winona Health's new simulation lab could improve patient care. Good evening, Emily.
Ken, Winona Health's new simulation lab is giving caregivers of all kinds a chance to get up close with a realistic but not real patient. As you can see behind me, the simulation lab uses high-fidelity, full-body patient mannequins. They range from a newborn to an elderly patient, and they can simulate all kinds of situations. Staff at Winona Health say it's an opportunity to get students interested in healthcare.
The more opportunities they have to come and see it and think, oh yeah, that really interests me, or no, that doesn't interest me, but I want to work in healthcare and do something different, that's great stuff.
Staff say that the Sim Lab is just like the fast-paced environment that caregivers encounter every day, but it's a chance for caregivers to learn from their mistakes without the risk. Students at Winona State University will also get to use this space beginning next fall. Ken?
That's some pretty cool technology right there. All right, Thank you very much, Emily. And so far, all kinds of caregivers and community members have used that lab to build their skills. If you'd like to learn in that Sim Lab, you can contact Winona Health's lab technician. We'll be posting her information on our website, news8000.com. In the meantime, the CDC reports almost half of American adults have hypertension or high blood pressure. A lot of salt in your diet is a major contributor, and it increases the risks of stroke and heart attack. Well, the Food and Drug Administration now trying to lower those risks. The FDA is proposing a rule to allow salt substitutes to be used in everyday foods to cut down on American salt consumption. The proposal would change standards for about 20 items like cheese and cereal flour. A registered dietitian at Gunderson Health System says even if the rule is approved, long-term change won't happen unless Americans change their diet habits.
A good place to start is just choosing those foods that are naturally low in sodium. So choosing like fresh and frozen fruits and vegetables, fresh and frozen meats, yogurt, milk.
And Molstad says there's plenty of seasoning alternatives as well, using lemon juice, flavored vinegars, and pre-mixed seasonings like onion and garlic powder. For more nutrition info, just head to our website. Toma Health and Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin are addressing a regional blood shortage with a 2-day blood drive at Toma's Recreation Park. Versity Blood Center is the only blood supplier for 50 hospital systems across the state, including Toma Health. One donor has been giving since the 1970s and says it's important for locals like her to help their nearby hospitals.
If somebody's in an accident or something, they're going to need blood. And all the hospitals around here, you know, they're small hospitals, but they're really needed. Just feel like I'm doing my share. I'm glad to help out.
So day one of the drive ended today at 5, but the drive will continue tomorrow from noon to 5 p.m. Donors can register for donation time online. We've got that link posted on our website. Coming up, another below average temperature day in the La Crosse area. Could the rest of the week be a bit of a roller coaster though?
That it could indeed. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. Again, look at this massive storm system just off the west coast. That is going to send waves of energy towards us. I'll let you know how it's going to impact us with my 8-day forecast up next.
Dr. Mehta knows pain.
Oftentimes, I see patients with pain in their knees, their hips, their back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
I paid into Social Security my whole life.
Now I depend on it.
We earned it. But extremist Dan Kelly doesn't think so.
He said Social Security is like slavery.
And Kelly wrote that seniors on Social Security are, quote, people who have chosen to retire without sufficient assets to support themselves.
What a jerk.
That tells you a lot about the kind of judge he'll be on the court.
He's an extremist.
He's too extreme.
He doesn't care about us.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford truck to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
He brutally raped her, repeatedly.
I spent endless nights plagued by nightmares. My bedroom door was barricaded. I was so afraid.
But Judge Protasiewicz ignored her pleas, let the rapist off easy, and now he's back on the streets.
When you don't know where your attacker is, then he is everywhere. He is every sound in the night.
Tell Judge Protasiewicz, stop failing victims and stop protecting criminals.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Gary knows golf.
You need to have good balance, good support.
Where to find that support?
2 words, The Good Feet Store. How many words is that?
Swing by for your free arch support fitting.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Hey, welcome back. Still looking at what's going to be a very stormy end to the month of March. Lots going on here, so try to follow along if you can. I'll try to help you out here. Tomorrow afternoon, that's when we'll start to see the leading edge of the precipitation, some rain and maybe some snow showers to the north and east. And then tomorrow night, mainly rain and perhaps a few thunderstorms in spots. Friday we'll really have to watch scattered showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be strong to severe, especially in our southern counties. More on that coming up. And then rain changes to snow Friday night and into early Saturday. The wind's really cranking up as well. So welcome to late March in the upper Midwest, also known as spring, right? Sunshine right now, but boy, it was cold. My goodness, 34 degrees. This is where we should be. 52 is our average high. 21 was the low. Our average low is 31. 84 and 1 the records. And again, we had those light snow showers and flurries overnight early this morning, just a trace out at the La Crosse Airport. Sunshine right now, 34 degrees though, and it feels like 28 with a little bit of a breeze. The Mississippi continues to rise 6.67 feet. Good late afternoon to you folks in Eau Claire. Sunshine, 26 degrees, and it feels like 16. Again, it is almost April, right? Makes you double check the calendar. You can see the front sitting to our south. It's spring south of there, but north of there, temperatures only in the 20s and 30s, including 26 in Eau Claire, freezing in Winona, Black River Falls, and Viroqua, 36 in Prairie du Chien. And winds are not overly strong, but still enough to push wind chills into the teens and 20s in many spots. So all is quiet around here, but again, it's that massive storm system just off the west coast there. That's what I'm watching closely as it makes its way towards the upper Midwest. That's when we're going to start to feel the impacts. We'll see the first wave of energy tomorrow afternoon. So quiet tonight, clear to partly cloudy skies. And then as we head into tomorrow, clouds thicken with rain showers developing in the afternoon, maybe snow showers though on the far northern edge. So we'll have to watch that for you folks, especially near and north of Interstate 94. And then tomorrow night, some scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms not out of the question. And then heading into Friday, periods of showers, and then yeah, we could see a line of stronger storms come through later in the day and into Friday evening. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center has the La Crosse area in a level 1 severe risk, level 2 risk. This is where I'm a little bit more concerned. Winneshiek, Allamakee, Crawford, Richland counties, and then especially that level 3 risk farther south down into Iowa. Main threats would be strong winds, some hail. Can't fully rule out some isolated tornadoes, especially to the south, and the local timing would be Friday afternoon and into Friday evening. Then we've got a winter storm watch that does include northern sections of the viewing area up around Eau Claire, Chippewa, Dunn, Pepin, and Rusk counties. Maybe 2 to 4, locally 5 inches of snow. and very windy conditions as well. That's in effect overnight Friday and through about, lunchtime or shortly thereafter on Saturday. Again, anything and everything this time of year. 19 degrees, clear to partly cloudy, a cold night. For tomorrow, becoming cloudy. That chance of rain and snow showers in the afternoon, highs around 48 degrees. And then alert day on Friday due to that chance for some stronger storms in the afternoon and evening, and also the snow Friday night. Daytime high of 56 and then upper 30s to low 40s on Saturday as the wintry side of things are felt. Back in the 50s though Sunday and into the start of next week. Another potent storm system could impact the area around Tuesday and Wednesday. So my goodness, Mother Nature is keeping me extra busy.
I think that's the understatement of the day right there. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next, there's no better way to experience the great outdoors. Wisconsin State Trail Passes are now available.
20th Annual Early Bird Home Show, lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. And current Chevy owners get $2,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high-output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
A man brutally attacked and sexually assaulted a woman. The victim spent endless nights unable to sleep, plagued by nightmares. Judge Janet Protasewicz called the offender many females' worst nightmare, but she cut his sentence to only 2.5 years in prison. Judge Janet's dangerous judgment puts our families at risk. That's why sheriffs throughout Wisconsin support Dan Kelly. He's the only candidate we can trust to keep violent felons off our streets. On April 4th, vote Justice Dan Kelly. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's time to power up at Drury's in Fountain. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the comfort that Power brings to your new recliner, sofa, or sectional, on sale now. And if it's powered up, there's even 1-year special financing and free delivery. At Drury's, you'll find recliners with power to soothe and relax, plus sofas and love seats, even sectionals, that let you customize a shape to fit your space. Great sale prices, 1-year special financing, and free delivery for a limited time only at Drury's in Fountain.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Is Miranda Lambert ready for her Yellowstone close-up?
If I can play myself, which I am today.
Next ET.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
If you're itching to tackle Wisconsin's trails this time of year, you're in luck. The state DNR is now selling their 2023 State Trail Passes. The passes are valid until December 31st. A State Trail Pass is required for anyone over 16, but is not required for hiking or walking trails. According to the executive director of the Sparta Area Chamber of Commerce, the money from the passes helps keep these trails open.
Pass payments stay here at the chamber, and then they go to the La Crosse River State Trail, and a portion goes to there, and that's the money that helps keep the trails cleaned and groomed and up to date.
Now, because the trails are a bit muddy this time of year, chamber leaders recommend waiting until May when the covered bridge opens. The Wisconsin DNR is asking for young artists' help designing their admission stickers. High schoolers in Wisconsin can submit their designs now through April 30th. All entries need to have an environmental theme and should be specific to Wisconsin. You can find rules and design templates at the DNR's website. We will have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back, and of course, Bill will be back in for another look at that roller coaster forecast.
Ashley's anniversary mattress sale is going on now. Celebrate decades of restful nights with incredible value on Ashley Sleep mattresses. And for a limited time, receive a free adjustable base upgrade with the purchase of an Ashley Sleep Align mattress set, only at Ashley.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading.
Or get 2.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on turbo high-output engine Sierra light-duty elevation models.
There were severe health complications with my baby when I was pregnant. We made the decision to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Dan Kelly doesn't believe that women should even have that freedom. On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelly will uphold the criminal ban on abortion. Someone you love might struggle with a pregnancy like I did. And that's why we can't have an extremist like Dan Kelly on the Supreme Court.
Nicolay, baby. I'll testify my commitment to the truth. Companies tremble while I'm spitting in the booth. I'm a lawyer rapper, peak the fit. Reppin' Nicolay law, cause we're the...
Daddy, what are you doing?
I'm making a rap video.
Good job, good job. All right.
Life's more rewarding at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Whether you're out in the yard, the workshop, or the driveway, it's time to save big on supplies for outdoor DIY projects. Right now, Rewards members get Citgo Full Synthetic Motor Oil for just $4.49 a quart after mail-in rebate. Half off Oregon Bar and Chain Oil. Get $90 instant savings on this DeWalt Power Sander. Plus, save $50 on this Simpson Pressure Washer. Rewards members save an extra $20.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This year at Ashley's anniversary sale, we were able to secure a more affordable price on the same great quality as before, and we're passing those savings on to you. And bonus savings on outdoor furniture. Plus, we're offering 5 years special financing only at Ashley.
We're following a number of big headlines tonight. The breaking news out of the Vatican. Pope Francis is in the hospital for breathing difficulty. What we're learning about the 86-year-old Pope's health. That and more news tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up on News 8 Now at 6, a Western Technical College program is coming up with solutions to combat the national workforce shortage. Any hospital or company in the area can help their employees get hands-on learning through business and industry services. Our Dua Israr will have more on how the program helps retain workers in the community coming up tonight at 6.
Well, any outdoor activities this evening, or if you're going to be out and about, dress accordingly. 20s and 30s for current temperatures, and it's going to be a cold night. Lows in the teens for most. At least the winds will go light. 48 tomorrow afternoon, rain and snow showers. Keep an eye on Friday, showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be strong, changing to snow Friday night into early Saturday.
A crazy couple of days ahead. Thanks a lot, Bill, and thanks for joining us at 5. We'll see you at 6.